All right, we have here a new project today. As you can see, I don't have all the parts yet. Still waiting on getting the rest of them, but there's a lot wrong with this motorcycle. Going to be doing our best to tear it down to pieces today. At a minimum, I want to get the carbs out and some more of the bodywork out. Primarily carbs because they are locked up. So let's get started. So I don't have a lot of experience working on Magnas. Which will make this an interesting experience because I'm going to pull the motor out eventually. Because I'm probably just going to rebuild it, tear it to pieces, put it back together, see how it goes. Front brakes locking up, fork seals are shot, it's all pitted and corroded. So, yeah, let's get started. I don't know why I'm doing it so low. There we go. Why work harder when you can work smarter? So as far as knowledge on working on this thing, all I've done so far is I looked at the manual a little bit, but I have not done any other research outside of that. So this is going to be fun and interesting. Let's hope we don't get any broken bolts, because that would be really annoying to deal with. The other reason for recording this is so I have video reference for when I inevitably forget how to put this thing back together in a couple months after I get everything sorted out. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, what'd I get myself into this time? Excuse me. might just be a lot of ASMR kind of wrenching today. That's an 8 mil. That was loose. Four different bolts just on this side. I don't get it, man. Why do they do this? But yeah, basically I bought this bike more or less sight unseen, $500. I knew the rough condition of it. But no real specifics. I know it's been sitting for a while. She was in an accident. She was laid down. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I'm probably gonna have to replace those carbs, aren't I? Phillips. Do I have a Phillips screwdriver? I don't probably. Oh, there's a tip in there. Hope you can see some of this. I'm not a professional cameraman, just a career mechanic. Hi, Pasta. Oop. Now, that'll do that. So I gotta figure out how to take that out. That tool cable runs to the other side. It runs up here, under this flap. Oh, let's see if we can pull the carbs out first and then disconnect that. Might be a little easier. I guess I'll disconnect the cables. Why use the right size wrench when you have a universal wrench? Why use one universal wrench when you can use two? I mean, not the effect that I had intended. There we go. Yeah, these carbs are already look shot. Be easier if I could twist the throttle and pull the cable out, but like I said, it seems like the carbs are seized. Yeah, look at that. All right. Happens if I lift up on them. Oh, they're not going to come easily, are they? One tool I don't own is a pry bar. I really should get one. Let's see if we can take this choke cable out and get this more out of the way. There we go. Look at that. Let's see if this will do the trick. All right. Let's check this. Yep, that works. Cool. Don't ask why I'm trying to use a spanner for this. I don't have a pry bar. So, while I'm sitting here doing this, might as well talk about the plans that I have for this motorcycle. I want to modify it. If that, surprise, surprise. Basically, sport bike. R6 front end. Replace the forks with inverted forks. New triple tree. Got to figure out the dash, the headlight assembly after that. But primary reason is I want dual front discs that you get on a sport bike. By doing that, the whole front of the bike's going to drop a couple inches to compensate and keep the frame from hitting the ground during bumps. The rear's going to get raised up. This is going to get changed. Motor, rebuild, and tune it. So pipes, carbs. I floated the idea of converting to EFI. Not sure how well that's going to work out. But we will see what happens. Because if I get this motor apart and it's toast, I'm just going to chuck it. There's no point in finding a new motor for a motorcycle that cost me $500. Because I'm not trying to sink a ton of money into just making it work. Granted, if I was smart, I would have even picked it up. How is one supposed to remove that damn piece of plastic? Like that. That's how you take it out. Okay. Gives us a better look at the carb situation. All right. Let's try this. Yep. I don't think I'm making any progress at all. There's a... You bastardly mechanics, you. There's a second set of clamps. Well, that makes sense, of course, doesn't it? Make a whole heap of sense, wouldn't it? Also, it would help if I used a flashlight and could see what I was doing. Kind of working in the blind here. There we go. All right. Do this, but I think I have to. Ouchies. Alright, let's see if we can at least separate these carbs out. Tabs, screws. Okay. Probably should have started off with this instead of trying to beat the thing with a punch and a hammer, because I would have to do this regardless, because every single one of those carbs has to come apart. They have to, because I don't know which one is actually seized, and they've all been just sitting for years. That's why I didn't want to do this particular part. I'll strip every single one of those screws out. Actually, I got something better than WD-40. Croil. Like WD-40, this is a proper penetrant. I think I broke my bottle. Ow, sorry. The only thing I don't have in my arsenal with stuck bolts or stuck screws is fire. I wonder if I need a smaller. Let's try this one. Nope. I swear, if I have to drill these out. All right. I'm gonna go grab my other screwdriver. Welcome back. I grabbed a much better screwdriver with better bits. There's one. I have a terrible idea. I'll be right back. Alright, maybe not so terrible. We'll try this out. I'm done. All right, I'm gonna get these carbs off because it's gonna require a lot more cursing and swearing, and I'm almost out of battery on my camera. So, bye.